to keep it 18?
Grant Robertson.
Thank you very much, Mr Chair. I also grew up in the same city as Michael Woodhouse, although he was a little older than me. Well, I bought my first beer, Mr Little, from a pub in Dunedin. I probably shouldn't name it, but I will. It was called the Waterloo Hotel in South Dunedin, and I was a bit younger than Mr Woodhouse when I purchased that. And at that point in life, the drinking age was, the purchase age, was 20. As it was, I think, for Mr Little, when he was probably growing up then. And I was significantly younger than 20 when I was purchasing alcohol from that pub. I have privilege, Toe, so I can say that in here. But the point that I'm making is that regardless of whatever the age is, we're not actually going to be able to address the problems that arise from alcohol consumption with just a focus on the age. Binge drinking in New Zealand is a significant problem, and I spent a period of time as the Labour Party's health spokesperson last year, and around the country I met many people who have to deal with the downstream effects of alcohol and of binge drinking. It is an enormously serious health issue, social issue for this country to face up to, and that's why I think when we come to the other far more significant parts of this bill, where we focus on the price of alcohol, when we talk about the availability and accessibility of it through supermarkets, when we talk about advertising and sponsorship, they will be the issues that we should be debating in the depth and in the detail and with the passion that we seem to be debating today, the purchase age, because they are the issues that will make, all the evidence tells us, the biggest difference in terms of the way people treat alcohol and the way people use alcohol in the future. Now, it's not to say that the age has no impact whatsoever, but I don't believe that by moving it from 18 back to 20, we will make the difference that members of this House seem to think. Those differences will be made by families and parents actually having sensible conversations at a younger age with their children about alcohol. That kind of difference will be made when we're honest about the effects of alcohol, where we don't glorify it through the advertising and sponsorship arrangements that we have now. When we do actually have a serious conversation about minimum pricing, rather than politicising the issue or trying to make it into some kind of nanny state taxation type issue by saying this is how we'll make the biggest difference. When I talk to somebody like Geoffrey Robinson, who runs the detox unit at Wellington Hospital, who in fairness would support increasing the drinking age, I'm sure, the purchase age, I'm sure, what he also says, though, is that the most significant change in the 30 years that he's worked there is the availability of alcohol through supermarkets. That is the biggest change, the availability of cheap, low-price, loss-leading alcohol sales in supermarkets. That's where I believe the focus should be. I think we should back young people in New Zealand to be able to take the decisions they take with the right information around them. I believe that we should keep the age of purchase at 18. It is a decision that we can support our young people with, rather than sitting here in Parliament dictating to them in a way that I'm not allowed to use a word, but if I were to vote to see this raised, given my experience at the Waterloo Hotel, I would be that word, and that would be a hypocrite. I am not prepared to be that, Mr Speaker, and I will be supporting retaining the purchase age at 18.
Going to call Holly Walker.
Yeah. Mr Chair, as I rise to speak today, I have not had a drink for